The path of Elation in Honkai Star Rail is absolutely insane in terms of damage. In this video I will explain why you should be using the path of Elation and how you can optimize it, so stay tuned. Hello fellow gamers, let's get right on to it. The path of Elation is a path you can use in Simulated Universe. On paper, it boosts any characters that have any kind of follow-up attacks, but on the field, there are a few things that can make this path absolutely broken. Side note, I still recommend using this path with at the very least one character that has follow-up attacks, preferably Jingyuan, Himeko, not you Herta, sorry about that. How to use the path of Elation. This path is one of the simplest to use. You pick as many blessings as you can from the Elation path. Usually I even pick the obtain one blessing at the beginning, you know, that bonus you get from the tree, and you try to get path resonance as soon as possible. I also reroll any blessings that I get that aren't Elation blessings in order to try and get more Elation blessings. Oh, but Playscape, there are 22 blessings of Elations, which one should I go for? Not to worry, my fellow gamer. Although it may seem like a lot, you really only want to look out for 2 or 3 blessings, and their names are the Auto Harmonica Whitest Knights, one of the best picks on the path of Elation. This will increase your damage by 55 to 60% every time you use a follow-up attack. The aftertaste damage is a random follow-up attack of random damage types, so having this blessing will make you do 1 to 3 more hits per follow-up attack. Slaughterhouse number 4. Rest in peace. It's not that different from the previous one. It allows the aftertaste damage to flow freely, however it increases the potency in 80%, which is fairly more than the Whitest Knight, however it also gives off less hits, so it's good to have them both in my opinion. Champion's Diner, Cat's Cradle. This one is my personal favorite pick of all of these 3. Why? Because this blessing allows you to have any character that has an offensive ultimate ability and have that ultimate ability be considered a follow-up attack. What this means is that this path is not locked to characters that have follow-up attacks. You can bring a party with characters that have offensive ultimate, and once you get this blessing, suddenly all your characters can participate in the bonus that the path of Elation gives you. So this is partly why I feel this path is so broken. Any party can take part of this. Now, before moving any more forward, I'd like to give some honorable mentions, and the first one is 12 Monkeys and Angry Men. People who have Jingyuan will know why I like this one so much, and just keep on crying. The effects are on screen. Since I don't want this video to be so long, you can pause it and you can check it anytime you want. For the first path resonance pick, you should go with Resonance Formation Doomsday Carnival. It actually has a 150% chance to apply Sensory Pursuit to your enemies for 1 turn. What is this? Sensory Pursuit works as a stack debuff, and each stack increases the received follow-up damage by 8%. For the second and third pick, honestly, it's your preference. I really like to go with Dance of Growth because it really combines well with the Doctor's Robe, which we will talk in a second. And it equals 2 more damage overall, leaving the instant win formation for the last pick. However, as I said before, it's your preference and you will have the images on the screen so that you can make your own conclusions and form your own team. Now, let's take a look at some Curios to look out for. The first one will be the Doctor's Robe, everyone's favorite. 40% damage increase and fully refills the path resonance energy bar in every battle you start. All around, it's a great Curio and will help you clean your runs much faster. Next Curio, the Space-Time Prism. Increases all your characters' Eidolon level by 1. Pretty good stuff, so basically if you have an E1 character, he's now E2 and so on until the end of the universe run. And at last but not least, you have the Sealing Wax of Elation. Evidently it's a good pick to have in an Elation run because it will increase the odds of you getting an Elation blessing, and you will also instantly get 1 Elation blessing after picking this Curio. Now, if all of this was not enough to convince you, don't worry because I still have something I want to show you. The damage numbers. So you already saw this one from the entrance. The first hit of the path was 457k damage. Granted that it is divided by 3, so the final result will be 152k damage. Well, you can round it out to 150k damage to each target, which is massive. It's around 40% of the boss's health, I believe. Now, this was just the path resonance triggering, because when your characters attack, they also do quite the bit of damage. Take a look. So as you can see, that's 163k from an area of effect attack. This guy is not weak to thunder, okay? I picked this one on purpose because I knew it would give my characters a hard time, because I don't have the elements to bring him down. I cannot break him, but I can win this battle consistently with the Path of Elation. Here is some extra footage of the Path of Elation doing damage. To finish this video, I'd like to talk about some pros and cons of the Path of Elation. Let's start with the cons. The bad thing I see about this path is that if you fail the path resonance, or if you don't get the right blessings that I mentioned at the start, you will have a hard time. This will not carry you over, okay? You need to have those blessings with the aftertaste damage, and you need to have, well, preferably you would want to have the one that enables your ultimates to act as follow-up attacks. Now that the bad is out of the way, let us talk about the pros, the good stuff that this path has for us. Now, the way I see it, any character can be used with this path, which allows you to make a bunch of different teams, as long as you have an ultimate that deals damage and you have the Champion's Diner blessing. From that point on, you can make any team you want. It also deals massive damage, as we've seen, between the 200, 300, even 400k per ultimate path resonance or follow-up attack, making your team really strong. And I know I made a joke about Hurt at the beginning, but maybe she can even be useful on this path. Maybe. It's also a path that mixes very well with other blessings. You can pick some blessings of the Hunt, some blessings of Nihility, and still have a very strong team. And finally, it makes characters with follow-up mechanics absolute chunksters of units, bro. You have to try this out. And that will be all for us, my dear friends. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget to share with a friend. I know we still don't have a lot of content, but don't worry, more content is on the works and you will have more. If you have any requests of something you would like to watch, please do let me know. Thank you once again, and I'll see you guys soon.